Do you get kneecap pain at night? If you get kneecap pain when you're sleeping, then this video is for you. I'm Dr. Dave Candy, and in this video, I'm going to explain 4 simple tips you can use to sleep more comfortably without getting kneecap pain. And before we show the tips, what exactly causes kneecap pain in the first place? Well, if you've got kneecap arthritis or chondromalacia patella or a wearing down of the cartilage on the backside of your kneecap, you may notice that sitting for long periods, for example, sitting in a movie theater or a long car ride, can become painful. And there's actually a term for that called moviegoer's knee. But the same mechanics happen if you sleep on your side with your knees bent to 90 degrees or more. And unlike riding in a car or going to a movie or sitting for long periods, you don't necessarily move your knees quite as much at night as you do even when you're sitting still. And your kneecap actually sits inside the quadricep muscles or your thigh muscles. So the more you bend your knee, the more the quadricep muscles get stretched over the knee joint. And if they can't stretch or expand, that creates more compression of your kneecap on your thigh bone or your femur. And then when you're sleeping at night, you're not moving around quite so much. So you're compressing the same joint surface of the kneecap on the same joint surface of the femur. And over time, that can start to create kneecap pain when you're sleeping at night. And so since you can't necessarily, or probably don't necessarily, want to wake up to move your knee every couple hours, here are a few tips that you can use to sleep more comfortably. And the first one is that if having the knee bent when you're sleeping is what causes the compression, then just sleeping with your knees a little less bent is a great way to decrease how much kneecap pain you have at night. The more bent your knees are, the more stretched the quadricep muscles are, and the more compression there is. So the less bent they are, the less compression there is. Now, another thing that you probably want to do, and this is for any type of knee pain at night, hip pain at night, back pain at night, or even if you don't have pain, it's a good idea to sleep with a pillow between your knees. And that helps keep your knees and hips in a neutral alignment rather than letting you droop in like this, where it can create compression over the outer side of the hip, rotation at your lower back, or cause your IT bands to pull your kneecap to the outside, which can create kneecap pain, particularly outer kneecap pain at nighttime. So sleeping with a pillow between your knees and then the knees a little bit less bent are great ways to help relieve kneecap pain at night. Now, beyond that, what can you do before you're sleeping or while you're awake in order to get your quadricep muscles less stiff so that sleeping with your knees bent isn't quite so much a problem in the first place? Well, one good thing to do is to stretch your quadricep muscles. But if you already have some kneecap pain when you're bending the knee and your quad muscles are stiff, then stretching can potentially create more compression behind the kneecap. So before you stretch, it's good to kind of loosen the muscles in your thigh up. And you can do that just sort of massaging manually with your hands. If you feel around, you may notice some tender spots at certain points in your quad muscles, and just kind of roll over those and massage over those with your hands. If you have arthritis in your fingers or your hands, or just you don't want to work with your hands quite so much, you can also use a massage stick like this and just kind of massage the muscles in your thigh before stretching on the inner side, on the top, and on the outer side. Then after you've massaged your thigh muscles for a few minutes, the muscles should be a little bit more extensible. It breaks up some of the adhesions that develop between the muscle fibers, gets those to relax, and allows you to then go on and stretch your quadricep muscles a little bit more effectively without creating so much compression behind your kneecap. Now, there are lots of different ways to stretch your quadriceps. I've got a different video showing 7 different ways to stretch your quadriceps. But right before bedtime, one of the best ways to do it, since you're already in bed and you're getting ready to lay down anyway, is just laying on your back, bringing one knee up towards your chest, and then allowing the other knee to fall off the side of the bed. And the leg that's off the side of the bed is the one that you're stretching. So you're getting hip extension which your rectus femoris, one of the quad muscles that's most involved in kneecap pain, it's a hip flexor, and so you want to go into hip extension while also having your knee bent. Now, just for the purpose of protecting your back, it's a good idea to also have this other leg brought up towards your chest so it keeps your lower back flat. That also prevents your pelvis from tilting forwards. As you can see, my thigh falls down and I get a lot more knee bend like this versus if you don't allow the pelvis to tip forwards, it creates a better stretch on your quadricep muscles. Now, you're going to want to probably do this on both sides, particularly if you do have kneecap pain. So you'll either have to move to the other side of the bed or flip around to stretch the other leg. So those were the 4 tips to help you sleep with less kneecap pain at night. And again, those were sleeping with less bend in your knees, putting a pillow between your knees when you sleep, using a roller or using your hands to massage the quadricep muscles, and then stretching the quadricep muscles so that they don't create so much compression behind your kneecap when you're sleeping. So hopefully you did find this helpful. Now, if you do need more help for kneecap pain and you're in the St. Louis area, we'd be happy to help you out here at More for Life. And no matter where you're watching this from, if you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you can get notified of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.